What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MROCKS today, MROCKS. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 24th day of September, and here we are looking at MROCKS here to identify which one is the proper one. First off, anything that's brand new, it's not MROCKS. This one's been out for 4 months. Okay, it's been out for 4 months. The price is, or the market cap is 1.9 million. If there's no liquidity available, that's how you know it's a scam, first and foremost. But secondly, MROCKS is not offered on base. It's a Solana token, so it's on Solana. There should be a Solana symbol like that, not a base symbol like that. There's only one MROCKS, and the token is Moon3. You see how none of these token addresses match up with that one. There's a lot of scams out there that are trying to scam people out of their money. Don't let it be you, okay? MROCKS here at about a $1.9 million market cap is a real steal, you guys. Here we are at 5 zeros, 888 Solanas, 2 zeros, $19. If this would load, it's taking its sweet time. Okay, there we go. We're going to get rid of the Moonsters sidebar here. And you can see I have a lot of stuff. We're just going to delete all that. We'll look at the price first, and then we'll go over some other things. Now, some people are concerned. Some people are curious as to what my thoughts are with Moonsters or with MROCKS being here at this price. My thoughts are where we are as far as the low is we are right here at prior areas of resistance. Is it perfect? Are we bouncing right off of the prior areas of resistance, the peaks, the tips of these peaks? No, we're not. It's not perfect, but it's a low liquidity coin. It's a low market cap coin. And with these low liquidity, low market cap coins, especially when Bitcoin and the rest of the market is, well, being volatile, right, and moving down, what's Solana doing on that note? Because this is a Solana token. Let's just see. Sol USD. Sol's probably not doing that well either. That's all. That's my thought. Let's see. Maybe CoinMarketCap will load a little bit faster. Nope, it is also derailed. So we're just gonna keep it over here. I'm sure Solana's also in the dumps though, right? If Ethereum and Bitcoin are moving down, Solana's probably not having the best day either. It's hard for low cap coins to move up in those kind of environments. Now the great thing about low cap coins is that they kind of can move up or down whenever they want to. They don't have to abide by the rest of the rules or the same tempo that the rest of the market's going off of. But typically speaking, you know, we generally do move as a whole kind of ecosystem with some outliers here and there, right? Like Asterbot today is up 1,000%, where most things are not. October's up 140%, even though it's September. Here we are at $0.019. Let's get to work here, okay? I'm just trying to say that even though we are very minimally below our resistance point here, or even below this resistance point here, I'm not afraid, I'm not worried, and I don't think anybody should be. There's reasons to be discouraged if you bought the high. There's reasons to be discouraged if you bought the low and you thought that we'd be pumping from there. You know, yesterday in itself moved down about 22%. There's reasons to be discouraged. Of course there is. But we're at the same areas now where every person, you got to put it in perspective, every person back here was wishing. I had so many people the day that we made that video where MROCKS ripped through the freaking roof, like right before that video happened. So many comments where people were telling me, man, I wish I saw this before that video was listed. Well, guess what? We're at that price now. We're at the same exact price here that we were at whenever I made a video for MROCKS. It had the most views that I'd ever had for a MROCKS video. It had like 6,000 views, which I don't know why. There were 6,000 views on that video, but there's not that many views on any of the other videos that I've had for MROCKS, and that's not a big deal. I don't care. Views are good. It helps grow the channel. I don't make content just strictly for views, right? Of course, it's the funniest thing whenever somebody comes out and they says, he just makes content for clicks and views. It's like, well, I do make videos because I do want people to watch them. Yes, right? It's like saying a chef, he just makes food because he wants people to tell him how good his food is. Okay, so yeah, okay, we're there. We're obvious with that here, but I don't just make videos for views, right? This video, MROCKS, typically gets some of the lesser views that I've had. I'm on a whole different tangent there, but I talk about it because I care about the community in MROCKS. I care about the Moonsters community. I'm a part of that community, and I respect them too. I think, and beyond all of that, beyond all else, and it's no offense, but this is probably the most important thing, It's something that we can make money with. It's at a good opportunity to buy. That literally at the same, this is where I got derailed on my logic of thought here. It's at the same price where that video that got a bunch of views, I had more comments than I can even think, than I could count, that were telling me, man, I wish I bought down there, man, I wish I bought down there. We're here now. You wish that we could buy down there up here. We're down here now. Do you want to buy now? It's funny how psychology works. Most people don't want to buy here now because it's dropped down. But the reality of the situation is, what happens when we return back to these prices? Are we going to stop here again, or are we going to go higher? You're at the same price. You're at the same opportunity now that we handed to you on a silver plate for months and months and months, but with the higher prospects now. Higher prospects. In fact, the next time that we return to these prices, we're not just going to go above these prices, but we're likely going to go to new all-time highs as well. That's likely what's going to happen. We're going to see new all-time highs. On that note, actually, taking our all-time high to the all-time low Fibonacci retracement here, we went all the way up to the 886. 886 down to the 236. This is actually very common. I shouldn't say it's very common. This is a volatile and somewhat uncommon kind of dynamic in the fibs, but when you do rip through the golden ratio on your first attempt, which we did, this is the golden ratio here. We ripped through it on the first attempt. We ripped through it on the first attempt. When you do that and you hit the 786, 886 zone, it's very common to find support either at the 0.5 or the 236 or anywhere and everywhere in between. Thought we'd find support at the 0.5, thought we'd find support at the 382, thought we were finding support at the 236. I think we are here now. This is where we're going to find support. Does that mean we can't go lower? No, we absolutely can go lower, and it's fine if we do. Look at what's happening as we go lower, right? A lot of volume on the way up. Volume is dying off on the way down. It's dying. It's completely obliterated, completely gone. And even here, with these low levels of volume, it's still more than what we saw before this pump. We're still getting decent volume in on a daily basis. When the volume dies off, that means that you're about to break out one way or the other. And I think we're going to choose the upside. I think whenever we do break out, we're going to go to the upside here. I don't know if you guys can hear that background noise. If you can, it's just my daughter. Sounds like she's shaking something, but it's her piggy bank. It's got coins in it. She's shaking it. If you can't hear it, then don't even worry about it. If you're wondering what that noise is, it's not coming from your house. It's coming from my house. Anyways, going from the 886 down here, it's a bit extreme, but it's pretty common in this kind of dynamic with the fibs. When we return higher, we're not likely to stop here. We're not likely to stop here. The next area that we would stop was at the 1272 to the 1618. So again, going back to this idea of the perspective change, so many people were telling me, because whenever I made that video that had the most views that I've ever had for a Moonsters video, a MROCKS video, it was like 6,000 views or more, I forget. It was right at this price. It was right here. It was literally right here. And then we ripped. Then we rallied and we went to new all-time highs. I think it was, was it on this day? Or was it on this day? I can't remember. I'm actually curious. Let me see here real quick. I'm going to look it up. Just real quick. MROCKS. It would be Crypto Gem, I think is what I said in it. Let's see. Was that on the... What would it be? Okay, this one was on August 30th. August 30th. So that would have been... Yes, this day here. Okay, so it would have been this day here. Right here, literally right before the move started. We were right here at the top. I remember it was somewhere around this area. And I had so many people telling me that they wish they could have bought here, right? We're back at that area now, and the thing is there were so many people telling me that they wish they could buy whenever we saw this move take a 3x in 2 days or a 4x in 2 days. But what we're talking about now, from the current price, from the same exact area, where all those people were wishing that they bought before it ripped, we have 10x potential. We don't have 4x potential. We have 10x potential. We have 24x potential. We've got incredible growth. Because I could tell you what, right? Same kind of thought here. The same kind of thought process that we were saying at the top here is that the people who bought here are likely not the people who are selling here, are likely not the people who are selling here, right? The people who bought here, they're likely the people who are buying here, who are buying these dips, right? Who, if it goes lower, they're buying, right? And if they didn't sell here this time, what makes you think they're going to sell there next time? No. If this thing pumped and ripped, which it did really hard, it's got more attention on it now. Even at these same exact prices that we were at before, at these low areas, we've got more volume now on a standard basis than we did throughout this whole range. There's more attention on it now. When it starts to pump, whenever it grows, whenever it shows people who are looking at this for their first time that, hey, you've got higher lows. Hey, you've pumped and it wasn't a one-off. It's coming back again. What are we going to do next? Are we just going to take out this high? Hell no. We're going to stop at new all-time highs. They're going to find my videos. They're going to find the Moonster space. They're going to find the people who are telling them that, hey, this is a $100 million market cap coin or more by the end of this cycle. It could be worth $1 billion or more. When NFTs take off, you guys, all it takes is the right person, the right community to find its way to Moonsters. Some of the dopest NFTs in the space, and that will contribute directly to the success of the MROCKS token as well. Just crazy, crazy, crazy things as far as potential with this. We say $100 million because that's a good goal from here, right? You're at $1 million. Let's get to $100 million. Okay, cool. But I genuinely believe, and I'm not just saying this, I very much believe that we could see $1 billion market cap or more by the end of the cycle. The right things have to fall in place, but the right people are behind this project. It can get there. Projects like this, community-driven projects, they only get to $1 billion or more if you either have the right people in place or the wrong people get out ahead of time. We've already had the wrong people get out. They've already had all the time to get out. Nobody who's in this at this moment is in it for the short term. The only people who are buying here are the same people who are buying here. And maybe you're new. Maybe you're new and you're buying here. But if you're buying here, I'm just saying you're the same thought as the people who bought here. You're in it for the long term. You're not in it because you're going to get out at a 20% gain. I mean, maybe some people are trading it. I'm not saying that that doesn't happen too. There's probably some intraday trading going on with this thing, of course, here and there. But the next target areas are genuinely like a 10x or more. I can't say it enough, man. It's a very, very spectacular moment in MROCKS history that you've got a second chance to buy here. What if at the top, I told you, oh, you wish that you could have bought there? Well, just wait. Wait like 2 weeks. Wait like 3 weeks. It'll be down there again. Would you wait 3 weeks and execute? Or now that it's down here, you'd be like, I'm good. Don't come back saying, is it a good time to buy whenever we hit new all-time highs? Don't come back and ask that. The question's irrelevant at that point, right? It's a great time to buy whenever. There's a lot more growth to go than even what we talked about in this video. But at 10 cents, I'm pretty sure that's where it gets to $100 million. And then beyond that, we got some real work to do. But looking at this here, from a high to a low, I would be surprised if we went too much lower than where we are now. I don't believe personally that we do have too much lower to go. And it's very, very possible that the low is in as of today. Low to high here, we're right at the 786, right there. Bounce off of this. The 786 is known for some very voluptuous movements up. If we can get and maintain above the golden ratio, which is at $0.0025, if we can stay above there multiple days in a row, several days in a row, that very much validates this as a low. Especially if we come up, we come back, find support at it. You know, like we do some constructive stuff to the upside. I would expect, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is a low cap coin, so the rules might be different. Things aren't as common with this stuff. But I would expect that we see a little bit of volatility on the way up, a little bit of constructiveness, and then as we get closer to breaking above this high point here, that's when we'll take off. Okay, that's when we'll take off. We'll shake out the weak hands on the way up. Oh, this is just a lower high. Oh, okay, it's going to find resistance here. It's going to go down. I'm going to wait for one more pullback and buy that higher. You know, like we're going to shake out the weak hands, and then once we get to that threshold where these high points are, that's when things will really take off. Or I'm wrong, and instead we're just going to do exactly what we did last time, which is rip through the freaking roof on this thing. But time will tell. We'll see how it goes. Let's look at the short-term stuff, and then we'll zoom out and we'll finish this video up. Okay, looking at it here. If we're looking at this, the RSI is bearish overall. You know, being fair, it is bearish overall, but that's okay. You are showing some strength here. If you can hold this area at the 40, if you can bounce here, I think that would look really good. Stochastics actually had an area to bounce to, being at the 50, which is nice. And the MACD is building bullish momentum, but it's the 1 hour. We're on a low market cap coin. I'm not going to hold the MACD too accountable. If we look at the RSI is also bouncing off the oversold zone. This is something that's nice, is that even though you're weak, you're living below the 50, you're not getting oversold. You're very methodical on your approach to the downside here. I don't know if we find lower. Look at how dead the volume is on these movements down. Anybody selling here is just panic selling. They've given up the market. Bitcoin crashed. Like, look, Bitcoin crashed, Ethereum crashed, XRP, Dogecoin, they're all crashing. This thing has really not moved down that much in comparison to like what it's doing. I mean, 22% yesterday is pretty dramatic, don't get me wrong. But for a low cap coin and for what it's been doing, it's really not that dramatic. It's very tame here. And even though we're selling off, there's a lack in volume, right? A lot of volume on the way up, not a lot of volume on the way down. whenever the volume comes back, this thing's going to have an easy time moving higher. It's going to be like a freaking elevator, man. It's going to be like a supersonic elevator to the skyline. The MACD is a little bit bearish on the 4-hour time frame. Overall, you've kind of got this nice trend, but it is bearish on the 4-hour. The stochastics and the RSI are also bearish as well. We're looking for some life here. It doesn't have to be today, but something in this area. We're looking for some life. That's my daughter. And then on the daily time frame, we're at the same area in the RSI where we found support before and before. We could go a little bit lower. With that being said, stochastics are in the same area that we found support before and before. We could go a little bit lower. And the MACD, in all fairness, is actually right at a point where you would expect it to find support. So, and with the price action, we're right at an area where you'd expect to find support. With the Fibonacci retracement, we're right at an area that you'd expect to find support. If it goes lower, it's going to be entirely negligible compared to the amount of upside it has. So if the question arises at all in this video, yes, okay, but would you buy here? I hope you can answer that for yourself, because absolutely, absolutely I would buy here. I'm actually thinking about putting, man, I don't want to go into it. It's kind of personal, but let's just say I have a collection of things that I'm literally thinking in my head, I'm like, this collection over time is going to grow in value. Yes. Like physical things, like a not a commodity, but like a collectible set of things that I have, and it'll grow in value. But I'm thinking about liquidating it right now, putting it into cash, putting it into this, because I genuinely believe that as much as my collectibles will grow over the next 10, 20, 40, 80 years, this thing's probably going to grow more in just the next couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Or maybe the next couple of months, however long it takes. But that's where my head's at. Is it a good time to buy? It's such a good time to buy that I'm literally thinking in my head, how can I put more money into the markets right now? Because my money's all tied up. I'm fully allocated in the markets. And anyways, I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Leave guesses in the comments as to what the collectibles are that I'm talking about. Curious to see your answers. All right, bye-bye.